onto the internet to see what jobs I could get just to keep my mother satisfied. But with my degree in aviation, for every single occupation, I felt somewhat overqualified. Then I saw in the corner of the screen, someone had sent a message to me. They put certain characters in bold. I cried tears as I read every single word they'd said. All of my problems were solved. I said, don't worry, mother, 'cause I got this email from the prince of some country somewhere. He said his plan could never fail. I'd give him all my bank details and he'll make me a millionaire. Next morning I was so excited I pissed myself, didn't try to hide it. I had pound signs gleaming in my eyes. So I went down to Savile Row to buy myself a suit of gold, but they only had silver in my size. I thought, what should I do with all this money? Oh Lord, wouldn't it be funny if I bought myself a brand new limousine? So I went down to the limousine shop in York. You know the place down here? It's just back over near Pizza Express. It's just over the bridge from there. I went in there. Can you just remind me of the York accent? It's kind of Yorkshire, isn't it? I don't know if I can do that. I could try it, yeah. Mark? I went into the limousine sales shop in York and I asked the salesman, what you got? He just stood there staring back at me. He said, I'm sorry sir, we're closing down. No one can afford limousines in this town. I'm broke, I'm bankrupt, I'll have to sell my kids. I said, you're right, Mark. I said, don't worry, Mr. Salesman, 'cause I got this email from the prince of some country somewhere. He said his plan could never fail. I'll give him both our bank details and he'll make us both millionaires. At this point in the evening I like to have a little hoedown usually, so please clap along and whoop and all that kind of shit and pretend it's a Saturday night. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't go any longer than that. Going all night, going for about an hour. I always want a band. When I just do that one bit, I wish I had a band. You know, like solos and shit. It's close enough. Anyway, me and the limousine salesman were whistling Dixie at this point. We're thinking about our suits of solid gold. Walking down the street in York, when suddenly no, that's not it. And suddenly, out of the blue, having a breakdown, we saw ourselves a hippie or two, and they were protesting about the war. Change the record. We followed them down to number 10. We got the train. I wrote this song in London, it doesn't quite work. Follow them down to number 10 on the train. Trafalgar Square, then back again. Not back to here, back to number 10. And then we started banging on the door. We said, come on David, speak to us. We're tired and we're pissed off. Some of us are moving to France. Yeah. Suddenly he showed his face, and after him in second place was Nick Clegg on his Game Boy Advance. So how you doing, Nick?
Pokemon, yeah.
What level are you on? Is it level 4? So what game are you playing there, Nick? Is it Grand Theft Auto 5? I said, hold on a minute, Nick, you can't get Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Game Boy! Boy! What are you really playing? I looked over his shoulder. He was playing virtual shitting on trains for the under 5s. I thought, Nick, you fucking cunt. And then from the crowd, there came a shout, and everybody turned to look. And in the middle of the humdrum was David Cameron's mum, standing there shaking her hood. She said, "David, what are you doing? The country's in meltdown. I'm buying all my knickers from Primark. I used to get them from BHS. The people are rioting, the high streets are empty, everything's going to shit." And David looked at his mother across the crowds accumulated outside his house at number 10, and he said, "By the way, I've got some CDs for sale. Got some Spice Girls albums and some Rolling Stones records. Come and have a word afterwards if you want." Anyway, he said, across the crowds accumulated outside his house at number 10, he said to his mother, "Don't worry, mother, 'cause I got this email from the prince of some country somewhere. He said his plan would never fail. I'll give him all our bank details and he'll make us all